In this video, we'll be going over layer management in FieldLink that's capable through the information zipper down here found in the bottom right corner whenever you're in the main map screen. To open this ribbon, by clicking on the arrow, I'll find my settings, layers, a section box command, a model command, as well as an information icon. And I can also put the ribbon away by kind of deselecting the arrow there. We'll start with settings. Zooming into where I have a few points, I can see the names, descriptions, and elevations, either all of those or none of those in addition to my points. I can remove points I've already laid out. This is helpful on a project with a lot of data, making sure we help clean up that screen and don't see more than we used to. The scale bar, if we do or don't want to see where FieldLink is zoomed in. The corner bullseye while we're in layout mode. Do we want this taking up the left-hand corner of the screen? A solid model when we're working in 3D, we can select that, or we'll deselect it if we're working in just strictly a wireframe mode. I'll jump down here below the solid model settings for just my background information. So on a PC, I like this black screen. Out in the field, it may be helpful to have a white background drawing. We've got blueprint mode. And then you've also got the ability to kind of just toggle back and forth with this one here. You can kind of see the different, screen colors that there exist in the background. We'll jump maybe back to the black screen. Layers, next up, next to settings. If you're not certain which layer you may be clicking on, I do like FieldLink as opposed to just a trial and error of clicking through each option. I'll simply select a layer. And then I can turn off that individual layer, or I can isolate that individual layer with this kind of check mark box that's right up next to the command. So now that's the only layer I have left on my screen. I'll sort of check everything, turn it all back on. Helpful in the layer menu. Is this layer part of the model, this icon here? Or does that layer have points on it? So I've got a small layer here that has my points. That's actually not part of the model. If you've moved something from one layer to another, it's possible you may have nothing at all on that layer like this one right here. The section box tool. This is really powerful for layout and scanning, but anytime we want to save a view, let's say this building is far too large every time we zoom extents, and I'm only working in this area here. If I want to create a saved view, I can do that with the section box tool. Maybe I'll grab kind of this southeast corner. We can define our high and low elevation here as well, if I wanted to do that. Notice our full drawing didn't go away. I've always got the option to return to that tool here. From the model screen, I can turn my model on or off. If I had multiple models, I'd see them listed here. I can also select my model and get rid of it, or get to the manage screen where I can now actually complete several commands through the input and edit button, like moving it, setting a scale factor. Does this need to turn? Does this need physically moved? Got the axis wheel here where I could physically move it. If I had other points that I needed to, perhaps line up to, I can go ahead and do that. I can also rotate the model by spinning the wheel, I'm holding a mouse down now and spinning around the solid axis. We'll leave the map. So we're done there. We'll kind of deselect our edit mode. And now we're back to our main screen. Notice my points are now up here because I did move my model, but ideally I'd be locking those in back to the same place or to the desired new location. So that's cleanup with FieldLink, going through your layers menu, that functionality. If you ever had, let's say, a good amount of points and I wanted to clean up some of those points with the point manager tool, I can select either singular or as many points as I see at one point in time. So at this point, it's telling me, it's added all 4 points it can see. And maybe I'll go ahead and move those to a different layer from the list. or I can just create a new list altogether. And I'll say these are moving to Southeast Peer Centers. So now these points will only exist on that new layer. And I've got a new option here as I go to my layer list where I could potentially, turn off just that layer and those points have gone away. So when your tablet is getting bogged down with, an extensive amount of points, in addition to layers and the other information you might not see on the screen, that's a really quick and easy way to help clean up some points.